Well, connections matter, and our guests today are working with youth of color to create an inclusive space. Joining us this morning is Carla from Circle Organization. Carla is the founder of Circle Organization, and two students of the org, Elijah and Danny, with us also. Good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
How we doing? We up early?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Carla, talk to us a little bit about Circle Organization, why you founded this, and what it's all about.
Thank you so much, Jordan. Circle is a small nonprofit here in Denver, Colorado. Circle stands for Connecting Inclusive, Responsive Communities, Leading Education. And our main purpose is to connect, include, and engage community and young people. Our focus is really on youth leadership development. We started it because there was a need in the community for engaging with young people about the issues, the causes that really matter to them at a young age. And we're also wanting to help them become more active in the community, engage in the community, and really focus on what their causes are and how they want to move forward as young adults in their own leadership development.
And Carla, an organization as successful as this doesn't just happen out of nothing. I'm sure that you've been thinking about this for a long time. Do you remember maybe when that moment happened that you said, okay, let's do this now?
I do. It was actually about 15 years ago. There was a small group of active people who we were wanting to have something here local in Colorado, in Denver, that would really meet the needs of educators in expanding our multicultural education, social justice, inclusion, equity, and diversity. And there really wasn't that much going on at the time, and so what we thought was just going to be like a speaker series for a few hours ended up being a full-on conference, and then from there it expanded into some youth leadership development in terms of our STAMP program, so students taking action and making progress, and that was 15 years ago. But we've been a nonprofit for just over about 5.5 years now.
Well, congrats on your success,
Thank
Carla.
you.
And you have two examples of
Yes,
exactly how successful
amazing.
this is. Danny, you're in your second year at Regis. How has the organization benefited you now as you're in that university phase of life, and how have you been able to apply it to real world?
Yeah, STAMP has definitely been instrumental in me growing as a person and cultivating my leadership skills, and also building upon the values in which were instilled in me as a kid. Some of those are like my passion for social justice. I've continued my work today through the Drivers Cooperative, where now we are trying to get a rideshare program that's more beneficial to drivers. And I couldn't say that I'd be where I am today if it weren't for the Circle program. And yeah.
Iron sharpens iron, and clearly you are very sharp. Tell us a little bit about, would you probably even be engaged in social justice or wanting to learn more about it without the Circle?
Honestly, I don't know, but I definitely know that Circle has definitely pushed me to get more involved and be more passionate about the things that matter most in our communities. And yeah, I guess that I can't say I would be.
Yeah, perfect. Well, Elijah, you still are in high school. You're a senior at East High right now, so you're an example of how this is getting ready to benefit you. What are you learning from Circle, and how are you hoping it'll help you?
Yeah, definitely. Circle has taught me so much about myself and just how I lead and what my leadership can do for other people and how I take up those spaces. And I'm really excited just to see how I can benefit a different community that I'm a part of when I go to college. I'm planning on going to DC. And so I'm really excited to just put myself out there in those communities and seeing what it is that they need from me and how I can use my leadership and all of the work that I've put in here there to help out whoever needs it.
And both of y'all are so well spoken. I could have used an organization like Circle whenever I was growing up. Carla, when you hear what they're saying, how does that make you feel as somebody who had this vision all these years ago?
It just fills my heart, honestly. I think that when we are growing up as young people, there's something that maybe we needed or that was a disconnect for ourselves. And so I know for my own growing up, there was always, as a woman of color, that was something that there was a sense of needing a sense of belonging. And that's really what I wanted for our young people, is that they can always know that there's a space and a place for them with the Circle organization and with their STAMP leadership. It really helps to develop all of their skills needed, in networking and just showing up as active and confident and young leaders that are going to really have an impact on our communities and the world. People always say our youth are our future. I always tell them that our youth that they are right now.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, congrats to you and Danny and Elijah. Congrats and best of luck with everything. Thank you
Yep,
so much
thank
for
you.
being here this morning.
Right,
Thank
thank you.
you.
And also, we're having our fundraiser this Thursday.
Okay, perfect.
At Raice's Rooting for Change. Eventbrite.com.
Awesome.
So,
Okay, we'll be
yeah.
sure to check that out. Thanks,
Thank
guys.
you
We
so
appreciate
much.
it.